or submit a film, we're here to get your content. Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.
No, you
going
can't.
upstairs? Oh, we can't. We can't close the door. All
It's
right.
a little hot, so.
Well, welcome to, it's funny,
You should have known better.
All right, welcome to July 23rd Recreation Advisory Board meeting. We're calling it to order. We'll start with introducing the board, and we'll go around the table for the minutes. So if you want to start, Nick, you just go around.
Sure. Nick Norton, board member.
Mike Whistler, board member.
Caroline Neal, Parks and Recreation Coordinator.
David Tovey, Assistant Director.
Greg Beeson, director.
Jen Harrington, Board Member.
Bryn Sullivan, Vice Chair.
And Nancy Belanger, Select Board Representative.
And Stephanie Pepper-Christendy's chair. Thank you. We don't appear to have any public comment this evening, so we can just jump on over to that. We had 2 sets of minutes that went out, so I'm not sure if everybody had the chance to look at them. I know the May ones went out, but the March ones just recently went out, so we can start with the March ones. If everyone had the opportunity to read over those.
Are those the ones that went out second?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are the second ones. So I will entertain.
I would move to approve the March minutes.
I will second those minutes.
What's the date on that, just so we can have it for the record?
March 26th.
Thank you. So we have a motion to approve March 26th minutes, and we have a second. All those in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed?
What date did you just say? March 26th?
Unanimous. Yes, March 26th.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was hearing 22nd.
No, it's good. Could have been 28th, so that's the next one for me.
Everyone has approved those minutes. We can move on to the May 28th minutes.
I can't vote, but can I tell you that I was here?
Sure thing,
Thank
we'll
you.
add that to that, make sure that makes it into the,
And I saw 2 things in there. I'm trying to find it.
sure.
I think it was supposed to say Miss Neal, and it said Mr. Need.
Okay,
I'm just trying to find the line number. Sorry, I should have wrote it down.
that's okay.
And there was one other thing, which
Was
I
it
don't.
NEED, Jen?
It was. Where was it? I'm sorry, I should have. It said Mr. Need, and I was like,
That's line 73
okay, thank you.
on page 3.
Thank you,
have the
Nancy.
minutes to memorize.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume it was supposed to say Miss Neal, and it was just a typo, and it said Mr. Need. And then the only other thing, and I don't know if it matters, and Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, it said Mr. Dudra thanked Rustine, who's leaving for his years of support, and I thought that was you.
It was me, and I was gonna say the same thing.
Okay,
But
so that was line.
I don't care who gets the
I
credit
want
for.
149.
Yeah, so I just don't know if that made a
Yeah.
difference.
No, it's
It just
perfect.
wasn't accurate.
Are
That's
these
perfect.
being automatically transcribed now?
They watch them on video,
Yeah.
and they
Oh.
go through the video and transcribe them there
Yeah.
too. So where we're in the bigger room, here it tends to capture, but when we're in the bigger room too, we'll have to break down the ayes and nays
Okay.
upstairs now, just so they have those for the minutes, so. All right, thank you guys, I appreciate that. We'll put those in, make sure those get changed.
So, can, we have the cheat sheet here. Can we move that the amended minutes be approved?
Can certainly do that. I like that you are on the ball, Mr. Whistler. That's fantastic. I was going to ask for that, so thank you. So hands down. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Whistler.
I move that the amended, help me with the date.
May 28th.
May 28th minutes are approved, or the minutes as amended are approved.
Do I have a second?
Have a second.
Okay. All those in favor for approving the May 28th minutes amended as they are, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. So we will And then I will send that in, have Joanna. And that's okay.
No, Joanna doesn't do anything.
Joanna's not doing it anymore. Who's doing it?
His name is Dan.
Oh, we'll have to find out. I'll have to find out who Dan is and send them to Dan. That's that. Perfect. All right, so we are going to move on to our agenda, guys, and we're going to start with the recap of 10 Hampton Road.
Yeah, we are excited to say 10 Hampton Road is on budget and on schedule. So today was an exciting day. They are testing the fire alarm and they shut down the sprinkler system to do the final modifications. Drywall is going to start going up in the next couple days. All the wiring has been run, cleaned up. So now we have a breaker box on each level that will feed each level only. So it's not hodgepodge around, so we'll be able to do it. Siding is almost completed on the back side. New windows are going in. They're wrapping that up. Insulation has been blown in and gone in, and yeah, so they did a pressure test too, so that's another reason why they can start closing up walls. So plumbing fixtures and water is turned back on. So it's go time. We met with our construction manager last week to start picking some finishes on the flooring and the walls. We just need to finalize those and get those so that they can start painting the offices and the programming spaces. We're probably going to try to keep the programming spaces consistent with the color and the programming spaces we have now. But the flooring could be, there's going to be a mixture of carpet tiles and LVL, which is the vinyl planking. Color to be determined. But yeah, everything is going great. I think the cement is going into the basement as well this week or next week. So that's wrapping up. So you'll see a lot of cars coming and going out of there. So it's very exciting to see. And IT is working with our construction manager as well to do the infrastructure that we need for our office Wi-Fi. We're going to have an automatic door, so our renters will have a swipe key when they rent, so we can track them and also revoke them if they break the rules. What else am I missing? I'm trying to think.
We applied for some gap funding and unfortunately didn't get it, but not that we really need it. A couple aspects of the project we've value engineered or kind of dialed back a little bit. So it's not like we really desperately need the money. We still have our contingency to dip into. The big thing is just paving, really. We're still getting some quotes on redoing the current parking lot, squaring it off a little bit in the back, getting rid of some of those, but getting a nice big rectangle back there and fixing the front and all that. So other than that, everything's just moving along well, so.
Yep.
Did Exeter TV just do a segment on you?
We did.
It was Friday, I think. It came out last Friday.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was David, myself, and Shane Forsley, our construction manager, took them around and showed a little preview, especially the big room upstairs, which has been a game changer when we raised the roof. Our ceilings are now 9 feet tall. There's no angle to them.
That's awesome.
It's long and it's big storage for our tables and chairs, as well as some additional storage for additional programming space. Sinks are located. There's a sink located in there too, so we can have like an arts and craft project or something in there. There's sinks in 3 out of the 4 programming spaces. And they rearranged what we call the break room, but the entrance into the senior lounge, you have to go through. That's where remember the kitchen was, the fridge, the sink, the dishwasher, all going back in. And we're gonna have a nice coffee station, so as they walk in, they can grab a cup of coffee, pick up a magazine, relax, play a board game with us or them for their friends, and we'll have a TV on.
You're gonna spend the rest of your life cleaning up coffee.
I am. Yeah.
Our whole senior center is filthy. The floors, everything is covered in coffee all the time.
Good
It's my
to know.
arch nemesis. So do just think about like trash really close by. If you have a Keurig, like smaller cups, instructing them the 6-ounce button on the Keurig.
Yeah.
Like all of these little things, because otherwise Keurig, hot, percolator, it does not matter. There's coffee on every carpet, every floor, every chair, every table. It's everywhere.
Maybe invest in all those little things.
I wish I was exaggerating.
Wow, no,
If you walk into our senior
believe you.
center right now, every surface has a coffee stain.
Paper towel dispensers.
I was gonna say, or
Yeah.
that or the wet wipes all over the
It's
place.
just
At the
everywhere.
tables, near
And
the
then if you
table.
let AA groups use your facility, no coffee allowed.
Good to know.
Like, because they are also a coffee messy group.
The nice thing, we will have security cameras throughout the whole building as well. So we'll be able to, we won't be able to listen to what's happening in the rooms, but we'll be able to monitor. So if we see something, especially on the nights and weekends, we can go back like, oh, what's this mess? We told you not to do that. So
That's good.
we'll be able to fix or correct any of the imperfections of renters, because we do have 2 that already want to come in and rent from us and move away from the senior center, so it's another exciting thing. So I
Good
mean,
revenue.
it's going to be exciting when it opens.
Yeah. Any questions for Greg or for anyone else?
So I guess part 2 is we do plan on hopefully moving in the second week of September.
Nice.
That's coming right up.
That is
Coming up.
exciting.
Our department, the board will be made aware, we'll be closing our department for 3 days as we transition over. Because obviously we can't just say,
Yeah.
hey, one day, it's not like we're moving into a college apartment. So we got IT, we got to work with the copier company to move it, because we don't want to damage a very expensive copier.
Yeah, that's.
And we want it hooked up correctly, and IT will work with us on that. And then just working on our station, our workstations, making sure everything we have. And then ultimately, we're not gonna bring everything over right away, because we don't need to. We can transition slowly and make sure it's well organized when we move in. Because we have the carriage house and then we have some storage space throughout the building, but we don't wanna just throw it in there and then be overwhelmed with boxes. So we'll transition it over time.
Nice.
Can you remind
good plan.
Can you remind me where the furniture is, the additional furniture, now that you have more spaces coming from?
That is from Newburyport, and
Oh, the bank.
Pennachuck Bank
Okay.
donated a bunch of furniture. We went and salvaged it out of their closing branch in Haverhill last year.
Feels like.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's been longer. It's in the Connex box up there, so it's ready to be moved in. The resident Alan, who's on the facilities committee that was before us, said there's other banks closing, so we'll have more opportunity. But there's some nice matching armchairs, and we got I got a desk and a credenza, a conference table. We got a beautiful $5,000 conference table from them.
That's awesome.
Last year. That is going to go in one of the spaces that will pretty much be set up like this. It'll be a permanent conference room. You can still run arts and crafts in it. You can still have meetings. So we want to make that known that.
And we're sitting in the chairs that benefit.
Yeah.
And
And they're nice
I know
chairs.
they're actually,
Yeah.
these chairs are much better.
Yeah, it is they're fancy chairs in that room. So,
It's nice.
but yeah, we are very thrilled with how well Hampshire Development Corporation is doing in this project.
Well, we appreciate it. Any other questions?
I have one. Besides the copy machine, who's moving all the stuff?
You're looking at them. So we'll throw out for volunteers to
Yeah, I
help
was gonna
move
ask that.
our parks guys. We're gonna probably rent a bigger truck, but like for our offices per se, like my desk is already over there. It just needs to move from the carriage house. David's and Caroline's desk is a stand-up desk on wheels that could fit in the back of a pickup truck if we had to, but obviously we want to be efficient and not take 50 trips up and down High Street. So
Are there any big items that need to be moved besides like
Everything upstairs?
yeah, but I think that we as a team, we got to go through and see what is good and what's not, because we have some old equipment up there,
Yeah.
and it seems like we do this every year anyways. We go through like what's worn and so what haven't we used in years.
Yeah. And what happens to that stuff? Will that?
We'll donate most of it.
Okay.
The balls, some of the balls are just so worn.
Yeah.
They don't hold air anymore. So I'm not gonna donate them just to have a kid get disappointed. Like, oh, new basketball. No, not really. But like we have uniforms, we have stuff already at 10 Hampton Road, and we have to come up with an alternative solution for camp supplies, and we'll still utilize Court Street as long as we can for storage.
Okay.
But we have to go slow and steady and be methodical in what we move and what we can use and utilize what storage space we have.
That's good. Is there going to be, I know there's a ribbon cutting for Planet Playground. Is there going to be a ribbon cutting for?
Absolutely. CDFA wants a ribbon cutting.
Good. Do you have a date on that? Or?
We do not have a date. Most likely October-ish. We want to be in there settled, making sure everything is working in case we need to make some tweaks or fix stuff before we get in there. But yeah, CDFA really, they have money for marketing and for the grand opening ribbon cutting.
That would be awesome. Would that be worth talking about at the next meeting? Maybe doing, not just a standard ribbon cutting, but maybe having a couple rooms set up to do activities with kids that night or something like that we can do. Yeah, like an open house type of thing where you have the rooms set up. They kind of will show people what they can be used for. And
absolutely.
That might be something we can talk about at the August meeting and plan that. If they'll let us, bring food and things like that. Make food and things like that we can do.
We could probably come up. I think CDFA has money that could go towards food.
It would be great. Or I'm happy to make some stuff.
Grand opening money.
Yeah, that'd be great.
To them.
That's great. I think that'll be great. We'll move that to the August.
Portal.
Yeah.
To the August agenda then, and we'll come with your ideas loaded on that, guys. It could be a lot of fun. Perfect. Any other questions on 10 Hampton Road or any?
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Great work, you guys.
It feels like it's been so long, doesn't it? I mean, it has been, but it feels like it's been longer. We're ready. All right, guys, let's move on. Planet Playground update.
The project is now complete.
Yay!
We finished. We are going to tweak some landscaping, but that's because we have 300 camp kids there and the grass, but that's going to be slightly modified anyways when we expand that pathway to 10 Hampton Road, which we plan to go on the select board for approval for park improvement to do the path all the way up. So the guys were just finishing the tree rings and mulching today. They finished the last painting of the electrical boxes. So to bring everyone back, we had originally planned to box in the utilities, but it would have been the playground would have been too close to the stockade fence. So the footprint of the playground actually expanded a little bit because we had to modify some of the designs to go around trees. So we wouldn't cut down any more trees. So it actually works out well. We painted the utility boxes and to match the same colors of the building.
That's good.
So
Smart.
And eventually we will have graphics painted on it, but that's down the road. We're gonna make it look like space junk. That crashed. The old new sign, Planet Playground 2.0 is up. So we reused it and just put 2.0 on it. So people know, the guys rebuilt the kiosks. So if you haven't been up there, the kiosks are outstanding. They're all PVC and we have these aluminum panels on them now that, again, the Mission 1 homage. So there's pictures from the past Planet Playground build. We still recognize all the captains and the coordinators of the original Planet Playground. We have a little poem homage to their efforts on it, and there's a couple other things, I think, on it. And then number 2 is pictures recognizing our donors, recognizing how we got here with the town of Exeter voting yes. We have the town seal, LWCF, Land and Water Conservation Fund logo on there, the New Hampshire State Park logo on there, our logo on there, and the panels mimic a spaceship window. So a lot of the things like the sponsors looks like planets. So we kind of made that homage, and then we have a nice little flower bed behind there. So it came out really well. People are thrilled, and just, I gave a recap to the select board, was it 2 weeks ago, Nancy, now, about a week ago?
Well, it'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
This coming
Yeah.
Monday.
So when we posted on May 31st that, or May 30th, or right before Memorial Day, that we were opening a soft opening, knowing that there was one more element to go in, that post went viral. So it was clicked on by 104,000 people, which 89% of them never followed Exeter Parks and Rec before. Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
The playground looks great.
Yeah. My daughter had 4 of her softball teammates that are not from around here, and they're between 13 and 15. And they went down, they had never been down there before, and they had gone to the old one. They came back to the house and they were like, that place is awesome. There's so much more for us to do as teenagers, which is good because we're looking for, a place for teenagers to go and hang out to along with the kids. So it was really nice to hear outside.
There's a nice mix of ages there.
Yeah.
You find those that I call them the nanny squad, will go in a corner of the shade, and they have the little ones, and then they have the older kids that are running around crazy, and you have a different, I guess, you have the 2 to 5 year old structure in the back. You have the zip lines, which are very popular. The slides are intense for littler kids, but great for older ones. We have all the swings. The ADA merry-go-round in the beginning is very popular. I mean, there's something for everyone, and I've gotten emails from a former staff member who has a child who has Down syndrome, 3 years old, in a wheelchair, and this is like the first playground she brought him to, and he actually just wheeling around. We've seen adults in wheelchairs, children in wheelchairs. I mean, people are traveling from Keene and the Lakes region to come down to it, so it's obviously making a major impact. And there was a little friendly competition between the city of Concord because the same builder is building theirs.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they took down an old playground and they copied our playbook exactly. They did a last play, and then they did theirs on a Tuesday, and Wednesday they were starting demos. Like, it was literally that
It was quick. They really did a good job.
The demo went quick, and the real structure went up. The only delay, we would have had it fully, like the playground part fully done, if the installer hadn't ordered the 2 to 5 year old in the wrong color.
Yeah. Even still, I'm impressed with the company. Definitely did a great job.
Yeah.
They were very solid. It was a good company to work
And
with.
this, I give them a little, that same installer actually has been on 2 episodes of Extreme Home Makeover
Oh, nice.
on ABC.
That's
so
great.
they brought them in, and when they had children in the household, they built those playgrounds for them in
That's great.
2 days.
Yeah, they
So-
did a nice job.
So obviously, transitioning official ribbon cutting is August 1st at 2 p.m. We wanted to do it in coinciding with summer camp because summer camp is so impactful. So we'll have the kids come down here and listen to all of our officials that will be speaking. I'm going to finalize the agenda this Friday. Steph's husband, Nico, has said he will say a few words. Melissa will be there. I haven't asked her to speak yet, but I'll probably be MC and make sure we thank all of our donors. All our donors are going to be in attendance, except I haven't really heard if every car dealer is going to be there, but they got the invite. But Victoria's Victory Foundation and Project Walk and the Women's Club are all excited to be there. And then Senator Hassan will be there to say a few words and talk about the impact of Land and Water Conservation Fund and how she supports it, hopefully. Well, she does, but continue to support it. And lastly, Senator Shaheen cannot make it, but she's sending down a letter to be read. And Governor Ayotte cannot make it. She has a scheduling conflict. And the last one I'm waiting for is from Congressman Pappas. And the state park officials will be there. They don't really speak. They just like to have the photo op. So, and then we're gonna give out. We're buying popsicles. If anyone's seen the Scribblers, they look like rockets.
Yeah.
So we're gonna buy tons of and just hand them out to anyone that's there. So
It's like bomb pops.
kinda, but these look like crayons. So I didn't want to go with the bomb pops just because says bomb. So,
You're gonna have the campers like run out on the cut ribbon?
That actually would be cool to have them actually run through the
we do
ribbon
have
instead
some
of cutting it.
ceremonial scissors too. That are very
Well,
sharp.
they can't run with scissors.
Yeah, can't run with scissors.
Well, they can run after the scissors.
Like if we cut it and then they run through it after.
That would be
Give them
actually
a little
really cool.
post or someplace that they know they're supposed to run to.
Yeah.
and-
Because even the photo op, if you have the ribbon with your VIPs holding the scissors, and behind them is the sea of kids.
Yes.
Like
That would
that's,
look good.
Just the audio of the screams.
and then
Yes.
he cuts the
Yeah.
ribbon and said, or she, you know, and then you just say,
Yep.
and have, like, the camp counselors can even rehearse it earlier in the
Oh,
day.
that would give them something to do.
Yeah.
Well, next week is Olympic week.
That'll be a lot of yelling.
Like be part of their Olympic training.
Yeah, that is a good
Practice.
Olympic training.
Olympic training.
And the Dicey's too.
Greg, how
Sorry, Nick.
Oh, it's
Go ahead.
okay, go ahead.
We invited Doug and Jan Dicey to come up because they were instrumental in it. Unfortunately, Doug is not doing well, but Jan will be here as well as their daughter. And at the same time, I'm gonna try to swing her over to 10 Hampton Road to give her a tour of that as well. And she wants to take pictures for Doug. Doug is 87 right now, so sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
No, not at all. I was curious, it sounds like the fundraising for the enhancements at the playground, is that complete? And I was also curious through the completion if you feel that the needs have changed from some of the solar shades and in terms of where you want to allot those funds.
We are kind of ramped down the fundraising. We are still selling bricks. We're going to extend the brick sale till October 1st.
Okay.
Just to allow all the soccer people to come up, and we still get a few. We just had someone just buy 12
Oh wow.
of them.
A family or an organization?
An organization.
That's great.
Yeah. So that was, they're still going. We've sold now approximately 61. Is it 61?
Yeah, the brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 61 bricks. That's not bad. I think we're still learning how Play and Playground reacts. The sunny parts are still warm.
Yeah.
But people have found the shady spots and they hunker down and just let the kids run.
Yeah.
So I think personally, I feel there's one swing we could replace that I didn't like how it came out. To go with a more mommy, typical mommy and me swing we have in our two others. Their mommy and me swing's a little difficult. And, I've been on it, Caroline's been on it. You have to get your leg up and over it. So it kind of makes it a little more difficult where we wanted that mommy and me.
Is that something that the vendor will work with us on replacing that, or is that going to be something separate?
That's something separate.
Okay.
We wouldn't go with that same vendor. We'd probably go with the vendor we previously bought the mommy and me swings to match, and it'll be a little more, and that's something that we could possibly use with the brick revenue. It's about $2,800 to buy the new swing.
Okay. So we're probably good to wait, analyze a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of see how it turns out.
Yeah, and we're gonna obviously do a survey on get people's feedback.
That's a good
I
idea.
feel like there's got to be another way for us to keep promoting the bricks, because it's reasonable to do that, and I don't know that we got it out as much as we could have. There might be another way or a couple other ways that we can brainstorm on getting the word out. Because I feel like 61, it is great. It's a great start, but I feel like there's a lot more.
Yeah.
There are a lot more people we can touch on that.
We do send them out. It's in our weekly or bi-weekly email that we send out. It's on our social media. It's on our Facebook.
Is it something that we could
website.
put out through
Maybe the article.
schools, or they do the weekly, I think it's weekly or monthly, however they do it when they send out, SAU 16, something from each of the schools. We get those emails, maybe putting something in there as a reminder with a link that they can go to if they want to.
And we can talk about it when they send it to them when they get back in session.
Yeah.
Because it's not just Exeter people buying them. I've had people from Portsmouth, Amesbury, and a couple other places buying
And
them.
do we have a list too of all the people that bought the fencing and maybe send them out to the families that have done that to that would want their names still there.
List.
I know where the list is, I'm just not sure we can get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know we can get it, just have to find out who can get it.
Yeah.
Is there any way to have a sample brick engraved by the 1st?
I have a sample brick engraved.
We could put that on the table somewhere.
Oh yeah, you can bring it. It says
Yeah.
Exeter Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great to set that up. Might
Does
also
that-
be something to set a display up in front of the pool and things like that, maybe where people come down and they go in and use it, they can see that that's something you can do.
I know in my neighborhood where I grew up, they had a very successful brick. Paved the whole 2 sides of a street 3 blocks long with bricks.
And the bricks are going on the walkway to Tenhampton. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Well, as you go, it'll start at the bottom of the hill going up towards Planet Playground, and as we continue, let's see how far we get.
Right.
I'd like to get all the way up to
Yeah,
Tenhampton.
that would be nice.
That'd be ideal. I think we can. I really do. But I like that idea of setting up something that day, but also having something maybe permanent, like a little, shadow box or something when you're walking in that has that and a little bit, information on with a QR code that they can.
We do have a banner hanging up on both sides of the playground, so with a QR code, so people can see it. That's where I feel the last few that bought it. From.
Let's add those ideas too to August. We'll think about other ways additional ways to maybe market that, because I think it's a great program. I'd love to see it used. So I'll add that to the agenda as well.
I'm curious if there's a way to have like a table at the Chowder Fest selling bricks. Or,
And you mean the powder keg?
Powder keg, it could be.
sorry, yeah, I said chili fest.
I like Chowder Fest.
Yeah.
Which is
Don't
powder
even
keg
start
is
chowder and
chili
chili.
fest. But at powder keg, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to do
Maybe
it as
that
well.
would generate.
Maybe we can dress Greg up as a brick.
Yeah.
Have him walk around as a dressed up brick.
I'm assuming whenever the path is done, the bricks that are bought go in, and you can't add new ones, or is there something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could just add them as people buy them, so you can continue to sell them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Wasn't that how we designed it, so that they could etch those in along the way and add?
Well, they could easily, they're gonna get saw cut, put
Yeah.
in, and then it'll be at a nice flat
Oh,
level.
that's even better.
Yeah, and
Just
then
keep it going.
we could take when we run out of bricks, we could pause it, start 10 feet down, have almost gashes
Yeah,
all the way up the,
be easier to find your brick.
Yeah.
And like section them out too.
Yeah.
And then go home. That's great. All right, we'll add that to the August agenda to talk a little bit more about some different ideas of how to do that. Any other questions on Planet Playground? August 1st, 2 p.m. is the official ribbon cutting, so try and be there. Anything else?
No.
So much exciting stuff going on. Camp update.
We are in week 6 of camp, which is wild. We have 270 unique kids in camp this session. We have 310 unique kids for the whole summer. The field trip prepay, which was an option that at registration you could prepay for all the field trips, that was a huge success and has been much easier for us to manage this time of year. So huge success, especially when families can include it in their payment plan. So we're definitely going to keep doing that and think of new ways to help families with field trips. So last 2 weeks of camp, we've got the Water Country tomorrow for older kids, Bodeborg for teen camp, which is like a mini escape room place. They're very excited about that. And then next week, we have Wallace Sands, and teen camp goes to Seven Rivers kayaking in Portsmouth. Next week's Olympic week, a lot of fun, a lot of competition. It's always fun, high energy week at camp. And then the last week of camp, the theme this year is Camp Counselor Week, so excited about that. We'll have the Lexi's truck come, we'll have our annual Lollipop Festival, and we'll also have our talent show And the last day of camp is August 8th.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming right up.
So
Kids
do you
love
have-
that talent show and Lollipop Festival so much. It just warms my heart that it it still exists.
Do you have like extra sunscreen for water country tomorrow? It's supposed to be
So much.
92,
Oh,
I
I know. Yeah. I'm kind of jealous that they're going because I'll be down at camp. So.
Awesome job this year with the numbers. It was really
Thank you.
impressive. Thank you. We appreciate everything you guys do. Pool update, Greg or Dave?
Yeah, not a whole lot to really update. I mean, everything's running smooth down there. Swim lessons and open swim. Lap swim's going well. Our other aquatic programming, water aerobics, aqua zumba, all that's been running smooth. We've been kind of looking at the pump room and how we can maybe change things up to be more efficient for next year. So we'll be looking at that in the off season. Another thing we're going to be looking at is potentially changing the gate into the pool. So right now, people pay right by the concession stand, maybe moving it over towards that other access gate to the left there. Other pools, you know, Portsmouth's pool, a lot of other pools have that set up where like the lifeguards are the ones that kind of take money and pool passes and stuff like that. It would just help with some of the bathroom confusion, I guess I'll call it, like going into the main building. If you walk in, it's kind of left or right, and sometimes people get confused and go into the wrong one. So, but we're just going to be looking into that and hopefully making it more efficient and probably help concession stand operations too. You'd have that, like that area now sort of be storage, and you guys could like focus more on just like the sales and everything like that in there too. So yeah, just looking at how we can be more efficient and some ideas with like the spray pad too on Scott, our parks foreman working at Water Country, brings a lot of that experience and knowledge too. So he's got a lot of good ideas.
So in August, I will be going to the select board to get approval to use park improvement funds on the renovation of the spray pad. Because we do hemorrhage a lot of water, but it also doesn't filter as efficiency, and with Scott's knowledge, we're gonna make it so it filters 24/7, and then we'll pull off of that. So we'll be in better standing with the state, even though we're in good standing. Floors, partitions, that's all gonna be asked for the select board. It's gonna be a busy, I'll be coming in asking for several projects, because obviously they'll start in the fall and they'll stretch all the way through the winter until the spring. So that way we have it lined up and get everything that we had promised that we would start doing. So a lot of the work is going to be done in-house. So obviously having 2 skilled workers and having a great contractor that's picked up a lot of our mowing for us, we're able to concentrate on park projects. So this has been a very positive summer, and Scott has been a big asset at the school, at the pool, with his aquatics knowledge.
I know that public funding is drying up. Are there any energy credits available for the pump setup?
No. No. I did get approached, and I could look into it. A solar company did approach saying, hey, we calculated how much you can get off, so we might be able to get some kind of assistance on panels to help reduce the energy consumption of the pool.
But not for upgrading equipment?
No, but we're really not. The only thing for the spray pad, the spray pad renovation is gonna be, we're cutting open the spray pad deck, repairing the leaks that we find, because we're gonna pressurize all the things, put new concrete in, but we're also gonna shift, where the green space is next to the spray pad, we plan, if we have it, and we're just waiting on final numbers, put a new 3,000 gallon holding tank in there. So right now we have a 700 gallon holding tank inside the building and a 1,500 gallon tank in the ground in the parking lot. Being in the parking lot, it gets a lot of contamination into it, so it should have to be filtered out. So that will be eliminating this, because obviously the hole will be above any surface, so nothing will creep in. But that will allow us, again, the 3,000 gallons will continuously filter and turn over. And then a separate pump, which we already have, will pull from there for the elements. So totally separate. That's how water attractions are built in water parks, not how we did it 15 years ago. So the nice thing is the company that we bought it from so many years ago is still in business out of Montreal. They just sent us some replacement parts this season, and so we may have to buy a few fittings here and there, but it's your typical PVC you would vary, and then some electrical work, and that's it. That's just rewiring, redoing it, and then the surface would be redone with a rubberized surface, either a tile or a paint. We haven't decided which avenue we'll go, but you'll blend all the seams, all the saw cuts. You won't be able to tell we saw cut it. It'll be a nice rubber surface that kids can, that's slip resistant, by the way, that kids will be able to enjoy the spray pad for many more years.
Nice.
Greg, I saw an online post that someone had, when you put about the pool, that the closing day is mid-early August. You had a very thoughtful response about the lifeguards, and there's only so many, most of them go back to school. Is there any motivation or need to bridge the gap through the end of the month, or is it necessary based off of what
Nick, it would be very difficult, and Dave can talk this, and it affects Caroline. That's why we have to also end camp so early. It's just we don't have the staffing.
It's just labor and resources.
It's labor. We don't have the benefits of having an indoor pool to pull from like someone else here.
We don't, we close.
Oh, yeah.
Like June, July, June.
I believe we opened
August
sooner
21st.
than, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're closed too because we have no lifeguards.
Yeah.
And our camp will be done, I think we're 1 week behind you.
Yeah.
So
So it just,
I figured it was,
there's a lifeguard shortage again. We go back to it. Dave does a tremendous job at recruiting and getting some very high quality interns, lifeguards. So I mean,
A lot of returners.
a lot of returners. So it unfortunately it's just the nature of the business. I don't, as I said to someone, find any municipal pool that's open past when we are open,
Yeah.
and it just
I thought, Your
yeah, it
response
is
was quite
something
good.
that,
Yeah.
the funny thing too is other than like 1 or 2 really hot days, our attendance also, like,
tanks.
yeah,
Oh, really?
people are getting ready for school.
Yeah.
And there are some hot days, that everyone's like, why isn't the pool open? But other than that, even the temperament of families is shifting towards fall and
Yeah.
school.
Well, mid-August, kids are going back to college.
Oh, that's why we can't be open,
Yeah, right back to college.
Yeah.
High school kids
Fall
start their
sports.
fall
Yeah.
sports.
And then last minute vacations for those that are like, oh, let's run off to the Cape for the week, or
Yeah, because once that camp ends, a lot of the college kids are gone. Like I know I'm already losing a couple in the snack shack
Oh, yeah.
sooner that go further south. And then that's when high school sports starts as well. So if you have
Right.
any kids that are playing a fall sport, you're also losing them as well. So.
And even some of our adult workers, they're getting their kids ready. And so they're like, oh, well, I have to take my kiddo to college and I want to take a few days off and I want to do that last minute thing and I need them, get them ready. If any of our workers are teachers, they're getting their classrooms ready. So yeah, there's really just those last couple weeks of August are such a weird time. It seems like summer.
Well, it's probably time to get it ready for the off season as well.
yeah, we can start immediately because those last couple weeks of August we can prep one for start doing the construction. We can get in there and start doing demo and everything, and really start shutting it down. We keep the water and then we'll start pumping the pool down, touch up paint, touch up concrete work that will need to be touched up. It's just there's a lot to put it away, and Scott and my crew and Chad, our labor, do a great job in opening and closing it. So I gotta say, but again, it behooves them that they have lots of experience to do the stuff that we can have them do, besides just sitting on, I've been preaching to you, I hate to have them sit on a mower 40 hours a week. Let's utilize their skills, and we are utilizing them this year.
Any other questions about the pool or any discussion items on the pool update? All right, we can move on to trip recaps.
We've been adding some new trips with Lori, our new senior coordinator, who we'll get to. And next week we have one of our coach bus trips, which was subsidized through a grant from Exeter Hospital. That one, not so many people on the trip, kind of surprising, but the other one in September to the Vaughan Trap. Next week is the Newport, Rhode Island trip. We're just providing transportation down and back, really. Dropping some folks off down at the Breakers, I believe, and then the rest downtown by the Tennis Hall of Fame. The September one, though, that one's filling up fast, and that one's to the Vaughan Trap Family Lodge, and it includes lunch and tour. So, some more to offer for that trip, but that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, we've just been offering some new trips. We've been using our new ADA van. Was at Foster's up in Maine. Yeah, so Caroline and one of our interns each drove a van up. So I guess that was our first one where we took 20 people in 2 vans, and we'll be doing more of those, especially with those really popular trips.
Did you have anybody on the trip that needed accessibility? Or?
No one who used a wheelchair, but yes, like that van is so wonderful for people with just limited mobility, just because of the grab rails and the stairs, and it's just an easier path getting to your seat. So it's just a drastic improvement for people getting in and out. Getting out of the van is always the hardest part. So
gosh, the amount of times I'm like, okay.
So really wonderful, I have to say. People are
I wouldn't have thought about that element, so that is really nice that you said that you don't have to be someone who has a wheelchair, but just the ease of the van and everything about it. It's great to know.
You just think of when you're getting out of the van, our Sprinter van, it's, just like a truck, I don't know what those things are called, but, it's like this wide, so getting your foot on, and then it's like a couple little steps that are also very narrow, so
it's a low, wide step.
Wide step, and it's just it's just hard. It's just hard, and the stairs, I'm telling you, on the new ADA van are just so lovely with 2 bars.
Really good to know, because I was like, we don't need an ADA van, thinking about just wheelchair access, but thinking about better access.
And even for those that can't get up those stairs, they can hold on and go up on the lift. So we had someone that
the senior luncheon.
And she stood on the lift, held on to the 2 handles, got up, walked right in.
Well, kudos, you guys. Great job.
That's perfect.
But I think that's about it for trips.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about the pool building.
Oh, we already did, so you can kind of.
Fantastic. And then you want to elaborate a little bit more, Dave, on Lori?
Yeah, so Lori, she's been 4 or 5 weeks, I want to say. It's flying by. She joined us at a very busy time, so I didn't have a lot of time, or we didn't have all that much time, right when she started, to really sit down with her for hours and train. But she's picking things up really quickly. She's already added some new trips, some new programming. We have a good partnership with Bodywise Physical Therapy in Stratham. They're one of our sponsors for the senior luncheons and senior programs, and they want to do more, and they want to do some programming. So she put out a survey to get feedback on what types of programs. They gave us a whole list. There were 3 really popular ones, so she's working with him on that, and we're just starting to plan September and October in the new building, programming wise, and it's working really well. She went to UNH, graduated with a degree in communication. You may have seen the staff spotlight for her yesterday on Facebook. And you may have heard her on the radio. Yes. She was a long-time radio DJ, so Lori D. And so
which I wouldn't have caught that if someone had mentioned it.
WHEB, and the fascinating story is she got the job while at UNH to work at WHEB. And so she went from UNH to WHEB and 30 years in the industry of radio, but also nonprofit. She also, and I'm sorry to take your thunder.
No, go for it.
She also
You've known a lot.
ran the New Hampshire Public Television auction for many years. She was the voice of it, and she'd go and you'd see her on television. Yeah.
Very good.
Very personable. She did a lot of trips like for HEB and the radio station. So one of her things was doing promotional trips like, oh, let's go see Metallica at the old Foxborough Stadium. Like, so she would do that. But she brings a lot of connections I feel that will help us. One of the things, obviously, fundraising is part of this, and she is promised to try to do as much fundraising as she can, because with her connection, she can reach out to businesses and everything and say, hey, would you like to sponsor? She knows a lot of people. This is a part-time job, so she still is a full-time real estate person, and she also has a DJ business on the side. So she likes to work. She always has, and she is thrilled. And I've known her because her kids grew up at our summer camp. So her youngest just graduated from UNH this year. And so I've known her since her son was probably 6. So.
That's great.
Well, what a coup for Exeter to now have a senior coordinator.
Yes.
Great job, you guys.
Yeah.
And one of the things she did say is something like a sock hop, if I believe, like,
Yeah.
she has DJ equipment. Hey, we have a DJ, so.
Nicole, our senior center does the sock hop, so have her chat with the whole whole and
Yeah.
have them meet.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, welcome, Lori. We're welcome. Very happy to have her here. And hopefully she can maybe pop over to a meeting at some point. We can say hi.
Yeah, we can probably arrange for her. But she is hourly, so
Gotcha.
I don't want to utilize any important hours.
A quick in and
Yeah. The 3 of us are all salary.
She can invite us to one of her DJ events. We'll be
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
If you need a wedding
Taylor Swift
DJ,
dance party.
She'll be at
It's been a while
Paradise.
since we had that.
That would be popular.
probably.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned if I bet she wants to be at Powder Day, but
Yeah.
she was also going to call some restaurant connections and say, hey, I've known you for 30 years. You want to serve chili at the Powder Day?
We need more chili.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do need more
Yeah.
chili for sure. That would be great. All right. Any other questions or discussion items on senior coordinators? All right, we are going to move on to our discussion items. And we're going to move pretty quickly on the first one, on A. But we just wanted to touch base on Robert's rules. And Greg sent out a packet, and he sent out
A cheat sheet.
a cheat sheet.
I want to thank Nancy because I was struggling to find something that was short but precise for everyone.
Yeah,
One of the
this
things
is
we're
great.
trying to clean up is parliamentary
Yeah.
procedure.
Yes.
And it's not just this committee, it's a lot of committees. So,
It is, and
Yeah.
I will tell you, the select board has on the to-do list to have training, but a lot of people can't make it when we've tried it at all boards meetings. We're still trying to find a way to maybe do videos so people can watch them or something, but in the meantime, just
a nice cheat sheet and how to make a motion, how things technically work.
And I think that that's really what applies to us the most is page 3 of 5 is making motions. Certainly reading through all 5 of them would be really appreciated and keep us all on the same page moving forward as well. But the cheat sheet would be great if everybody could bring 2 meetings when we come, just in case we do need to vote on something or move things forward. There is specific wording that we haven't been specific to. We are pretty close, but it would be good for us all to be kind of on the same page as other boards. We all across the board. So if you get the opportunity to read through these, I think the biggest one for our committee is page 3 and 4 to go through and look and see with the motions, how to make motions, when we do need to refer to a committee, if we need to include the the, a different committee than we are, obviously, I'm thinking specifically.
Especially when discussions are supposed to happen.
Yes.
Like, there needs to be a motion, then a second, then a discussion, and then a motion for a vote after.
If something needs to be voted on.
Yes, correct.
Correct.
And if you wanna post or table it for a future conversation, you're really supposed to somebody's supposed to motion to table, then someone seconds the motion, there's room for discussion, and then that's voted on.
And we're gonna practice that
But what's
tonight.
voted on is only the language of that motion. You
Correct.
can't-
So that's essentially what we wanted to go over. Was there anything additionally, Greg or Nancy, that you felt that we need to touch base on other than reading these and then bringing any questions that we have to the next meeting?
If I can just make an observation,
Sure.
so when you're having your meeting, you have to keep in mind that Exeter TV does not follow the person speaking. So when someone votes, it's a good idea, say 5 people say yes and 2 people say no. It's a good idea for the chair or the person running the meeting to say, okay, just name the 5 people that voted yes and then name the 2 people that voted no. Otherwise, the person taking the meeting minutes can't always see who's voting. And they're really sitting there typing and listening. They're not, watching the meeting. And they try, but yeah. So just a little insight on that. It's hard when you're sitting in a meeting to realize that the TV isn't on you all the time. Or everyone, I should say, all the time.
Greg, did you want to add anything?
No, I think you nailed it, Steph, but having these cheat sheets,
Yeah,
and
these are
I'll
great.
continue to bring some, like, especially this page. The front page is I think the most important, like, if we have it, like, oh, all right, I want to do this, or in my 26 years, I don't ever remember, I call for a division of the house.
No, I haven't heard that
This is
actually.
not just for municipalities, right?
Yeah.
Robert's rules are what our state house
Nonprofit,
does.
yeah, yep.
And non-profit, so, yeah. Yeah, I was laughing when I said Madam President or something like that, but,
Or I move to suspend the rules and consider, obviously, that's something that we have.
I've never sat where you suspend the rules. I've never been in that situation.
Our city council suspends the rules almost every single
Do they
year to
really?
bring
Yeah.
things forward. So there could be a staff person in the audience who's gonna make a presentation like on a playground. And instead of having them wait till the very end of the meeting, they will suspend the rules to bring them forward.
Yeah, but we just move the agenda around. You have a
Once
city,
the agenda's posted though, they can't do that till the meeting.
you have a city council, so maybe you have different rules than the
Right.
select board does in Exeter.
Of course, they're
Yeah,
different, yeah.
so all we have to do is, our chair just asks everyone on the board if they're okay with moving an agenda item, because we have town employees, so they don't have to wait till 10 o'clock. Things like that, so yeah.
Well, I think this is great. It's important to keep decorum, and I think it's important to record the vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, that was a great.
Point of order,
we
Mike.
talked about.
I agree.
Well done.
Everybody needs to know who voted for what.
Yep.
Right or wrong.
Just keep in mind, when you come to deliberative session, some of these rules play in too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the point of order does, someone will.
Oh, I've heard point of order a number of times.
Yeah,
in
it's during
meetings.
deliberative, so.
It's usually by the same person always too.
Yes,
so
it's hot.
It's planned.
Dr. Long.
Yes.
I've been overruled a couple times.
Have you? I'm sorry about that, Mike. But it wasn't me, though. All right, so any questions on these or any discussion points? Feel free to bring any questions you have when you read through them for next meeting, and we can continue to discuss these because they're important to keep bringing along. But Greg will definitely have the cheat sheets here, but if you could bring them with you too, that'd be really helpful for the trees.
I'm gonna offer to laminate a bunch and bring them.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
That way, any group using them.
that's a great idea.
Robert's rules, because I had to. Just, I told you.
I know you did. I know you
It's
did.
in my bag. Don't let us forget to give it to
It's
you.
a good idea to do that. So thank you for allowing for the brief review on that one. And I can bring any questions you guys have. Board assignments, so we have not done this yet, and I know we don't have a full board here, but we do have a quorum, so this is an opportunity for us to practice our Robert's rules with voting. So we need to appoint a chair, a vice chair, and
The clerk.
we typically haven't had a clerk, but I mean,
We still assign it.
yeah,
In case there's a letter that we want the board to,
consider.
but most of the time, we'll help
Right.
draft it and then we can send it to them.
Right.
Yeah. But if your mission, if your list includes a clerk,
We have to.
yeah, because it really should say who the chair is, who the vice chair, and who the, because for some reason the vice chair did not have vice chair.
Oh, just have the name on that up there?
Yeah, I meant on the website. So once you guys do
Okay.
your elections, then we just need to make sure that Pam is notified.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, so let's discuss. I'm looking to see how to do this properly, Nancy.
Well, we just did it upstairs for BRC. So what you do, because you're the chair right now, you open it up for nominations. And more than one person can be nominated, and then they get voted on. You just start with the first person, so say you have 3 different names, right? Then you would, like, first person would be voted on yea and nay, second, so.
Okay.
If it's unanimous, then you really don't vote on the other 2 because.
So I will open up discussion on, should we start with clerk or
Chair?
Or chair, all right, so we'll open up discussion and nominations for chair for the Park Recreation Advisory Board. Don't be shy.
This is assuming that everyone in the room is.
Everyone can say a name, you just, you
Oh, I
say who
mean,
you.
up for being nominated. Obviously, if you
You
get
can
nominated, you can
So
decline.
if you
Okay.
nominate and that person will say no thanks, you can withdraw your nomination before it's even seconded.
Okay. Well, I'll start us off, and I would nominate Stefan Kosanis.
I do the same thing, I can say it in my head, I don't say it out loud, really.
Because you have the kids in the song pop.
When I first met you, like, you can call me Steph Tap.
Yeah, I've been Steph Pat for a
Yeah,
long
I
time.
nominate Steph Tap for chair.
I'm open to other nominations as well. I would certainly stay on if you wanted me to, but I definitely want to make sure that other nominations are heard as well.
I would nominate Mike Whistler as chair.
I'm looking for a motion.
Well, so,
Accepting first, is
You're-
yes. You're doing, John?
No, I'm actually going for a point of information.
Oh.
I think our terms are soon up, are they not?
they do, that's why you wait for the
Amendments.
elections until April. Because that's when everyone is renewed, if they're already on a board.
I see.
And they're staggered too, and I think that we're on the same ones. I think we are up in a year and then can renew in a year. I think yours has another year.
Everyone on this board is good for a year, until April, no matter what year.
Yep.
I mean, it does stagger.
And then we can do it again after.
That, you're supposed to do it every April, after the select board does the reappointments.
So I'm not sure I would comment on Jen's nomination of myself, but I would decline in that I'm often late to the meeting and probably won't be as prepared as Stephanie, but I appreciate it.
Any other nominations, guys?
You need a second now.
If I understand this correctly, I'm sorry, point of information. So this is just the nomination phase, the voting comes.
You nominated her, so you basically moved for Stephanie to be appointed the chair.
Right.
But they keep it open in case there's others, which just happened.
Right.
Might
okay.
decline, so we're still have Stephanie on the table, so
That's
to
what I just
speak.
want to confirm.
So we just need a second and then a vote can happen.
Got it. Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Point of, what was the phrase, point of information question? Does, at some point, you have been the chair for quite some time, is there ever a term limit for the number of times a person can be a chair?
No.
Sounds good. I'm certainly open for more nominations, for sure.
Stephanie, do you want to be chair?
I'm happy to take it on again. I just want to make sure that other nominations are heard and that other people have the opportunity to jump in for sure.
Point of information, I like this. Can you nominate yourself if you're interested?
You can.
You can.
Okay. I am not, but I was just curious. It was for the group as a whole.
about that for next April.
You can definitely
Yeah.
nominate yourself.
I think you just opened a box.
The only, and it has nothing to do with this, the chair is not supposed to move a motion.
Right.
They usually are the last person to vote on a motion that's pending. But yes.
Okay.
And in this
Just a
instance,
little,
Typically all the
little
in
bit.
this instance, it would be, because there's only 5 of you,
Yeah, but
there would be
you
a
vote
tie, and
anyway,
there would be
but
the
just,
tie-breaking
you'd
vote.
wait till the, chair waits till the end.
Okay.
Would anybody like to nominate themselves?
I will nominate myself. Look at you. Why not have a vote?
Yeah,
Do it.
Love it.
I would second Jen's nomination of herself.
Oh, look at this. This is so nice. We're such a
Love
nice
fest.
board.
All right, so we have a,
Did anybody
Nomination.
second your motion?
nope, so I was gonna
Okay.
just move forward with the vote
With Jen,
on that then. Then all those in favor of Jen being the chair? Say aye.
Do I vote for myself?
Aye. Yes.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we'll say aye. Jen, congratulations.
Yay.
Wow, this was unexpected.
Really good.
And by
All
the way,
right.
Mike, you're don't expire till 28.
Oh,
Jen's
Nine
28,
yeah.
Steph's
So-
26, Nick's 26.
So this is where Jen would take over the meeting, because now you are officially the chair.
Right now?
Yep.
Yes. Oh, man.
And you open for
Test that-
nominations
test that
of vice
video.
chair.
Okay, then I am opening nominations for a vice chair.
I nominate Nick for vice chair.
I'll second that.
Look how fast that was.
point of information.
I'll accept.
There's no discussion, right, Nancy?
You ask if there's any
Is there any
discussion,
discussion?
and then there isn't any, so now you call for your vote.
I'll call for a vote as for Nick as vice chair. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We should go back and record the votes from
Oh, it was unanimous.
for Jen,
Yeah,
Okay,
right?
it was 5-0.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
so right now, Nick, you're the only one that hasn't said,
For-
you can vote for
You
yourself.
vote for yourself?
Oh. Great.
So it's another unanimous.
I'm getting this
Do I bring the
down.
gavel on?
All right.
That's a good question.
It
You
feels
should do
like,
that.
no, they're gonna think I'm ending the meeting.
Careful
Wait
about
for the
what-
clerk.
Yeah.
Wait for the clerk
Okay.
vote.
Yeah, but even then, you still have to be careful,
No.
because it signals Exeter TV
To stop the meeting,
to
yeah.
stop the meeting, so yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
don't do that.
You can just give a hearty woo.
Woo. To Nick. All right, open nominations for clerk.
I'll nominate myself for clerk.
I will second Bryn's nomination. Is there any discussion on Bryn's nomination for clerk? All those in,
You need a second. Did you?
I second
You
it.
second, I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
That's okay.
And a chair can second.
Oh,
Yes,
Yes?
yes, a chair can second, they just don't move a motion.
Okay.
Okay. All those in favor of Brent being the clerk?
Aye.
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 All right.
Unanimous vote?
Unanimous vote,
Yeah.
Brent is the new clerk. Okay.
Between now and April, let's not have any correspondence, please.
All right. Moving on down the agenda to C, ADA discussions.
So this is
With
where
Amanda.
we're gonna learn about tabling a motion or a discussion item because Amanda obviously had, Amanda Kelly, who is a resident, she's on the BRC, she was just here for a meeting, asked, I put it on there and then I had to change it, to be honest with you, since we rescheduled it from June. And then the BRC was in conflict, so she's looking in August or September, just to come and do an update and just to give people a little information. Amanda held a accessibility forum.
We had an ADA forum.
About the town and how the town can improve its ADA. So she has some great information. She's come around with me with parks too and has some park suggestions and obviously a big advocate for Planet Playground. So Amanda just asked if that could be tabled.
She's been working on Pearpoint Park for the
Yep.
ADA.
Yep.
She's been helping with the town hall.
Yep. And she's also assisting Doug Eastman. We have the ADA fund that gets voted in every year, and so they're looking and recognizing different areas of town that need to be addressed.
So I move that we postpone the ADA discussion by Amanda Kelly of the park system.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Is there any discussion on moving to table Amanda's ADA discussion?
Postpone,
Postpone.
Table, postpone, same thing, yeah.
according to
I'm just
this.
gonna say, well, okay. We don't wanna point right, so, yes, we're good.
So there's no discussion? We'll
That's
take,
okay.
we'll take a vote. All those in favor say aye. Any nays? All right, we will postpone.
Unanimous vote.
Unanimous vote to postpone Amanda's discussion.
And we're gonna also ask, go ahead, Madam Chair.
We are moving on to the master planning initial survey.
Yeah, we're gonna ask that we postpone that as well, because we have some edits we wanna do, but we didn't have the programming one ready, and so moving into 10 Hampton Road, we wanna be ready, so when we review it in August and September, when we launch this, so we start planning for 2026 and beyond.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion to postpone this matter until a future meeting.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor of postponing the master planning discussion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Unanimous vote.
So can I pop in here?
Yes,
Just
please.
as an example, so if you have 5 people and you hear 4 people vote yes and someone else hasn't said anything, then you say any no and they don't say anything, then you have to ask if they're gonna abstain.
Okay, did somebody say
Nope.
no? Oh, okay, I didn't know if I missed it. No, thank
This is
you.
like mini training.
I love it. It's great.
Okay.
You can use this as a video training for other boards.
We wanna do a mock meeting
Yeah.
training
Yeah.
session, so.
Moving on to financial sustainability.
So as we discussed in a previous meeting, Caroline, David, and I would love to set up a workshop on a workshop to talk about financial sustainability and talk about the future of the department as we move forward. Obviously, there's a lot of different factors, especially coming from the feds and from the state, that will impact the budget. So we want to make sure this board is with us as we guide the department and the town's Parks and Rec into the future, so we stay affordable and we can be financially sustainable. So I know we previously had mentioned November as being a possible Is that still open? Like, we're talking that, what do we say, a Saturday workshop?
Would it be full day, half day?
Good question.
Probably a half.
Yeah.
I don't think it would take up a whole day unless we like added more to it.
Can I throw a thought out there? So the BRC starts late September, so depending on if you have a CIP item for 2026, that gets discussed at the last BRC meeting before it then goes to the select board for public hearings. So at least if it's after the last BRC meeting, you're gonna have an idea of at least what the BRC recommendations are for your budget. I will tell you the first half hour was about how we have to, even the normal stuff, we'll be looking at very closely just for next year because of what you said.
Yep.
There's a lot of cuts on funding, so. Just a
What's
thought.
BRC?
Oh, I'm sorry. And I say that to people all the time, don't I, Greg? Budget Recommendation Committee, that's how
Okay.
our budget process begins.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's a great suggestion. So I actually just had the,
So are we looking to find a date in November?
yes.
Let me get my, because I have their dates in my phone already. Okay.
So we present, Parks and Rec presents November 5th.
So do
And
you
then
want to,
CIP is November 18th.
It is, well, yes, CIP and budget wrap up, and then I have one reserved.
do you want to have this meeting before or after?
I think after would make the most sense.
Isn't this discussion kind of a big picture?
Yes, and it's gonna
More.
project more, it's almost a mini session, workshop session like we did for the mission statement, like what do we see ourselves in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, like growing, we have different items on that we wanna maybe accomplish, but at the same time, how do we expand programming, how do we're gonna have a beautiful community center, like how are we gonna keep it viable and nice and moving and offering all the health and wellness and any type of programming that will benefit our residents.
And maybe pace out, your own CIP,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, something of that
Would this
nature.
be a public meeting or just a work group meeting?
It's always open to the public.
Yeah, it's always open to the public, so.
Always,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a non-public session.
Yep, so we would host it at the community center.
No, non-public is mostly for like when a board meets with an attorney
Or if it's personnel issues.
or personnel issue. Yeah.
And so we'd be up there and we'd open it up, because maybe there's some people that aren't on our board that would want input and say, yeah, like, we have a lot of stakeholders that use our facilities, and they could be a financial contributor to our success.
So Madam Chair, when that happens, if they're not Exeter residents, they would look at you, they have to say their name and their address and the town they live in, and then they have to ask permission to speak. And then you have to ask the board if they have any objections.
Got it.
That's for an out-of-town resident. Did not know that.
So you have those 2 budget meetings in November and you're looking to host a workshop. November and December being tricky times.
Yeah.
Could I suggest we kick off the 2026 year with a workshop to give us an overview?
That's a good one. That's a good start.
Because by the time you have those 2 meetings, we have Thanksgiving upon us.
And then Christmas.
And then, and then it just kind of,
Yeah, we're open. I think
I
it's
think it could be a productive way to start the new year.
Yeah.
Get our heads in the right space.
It's like January 10th.
That's my birthday.
Okay. 17th.
We'll bring cake.
Is there a holiday?
That's
in
a- yeah.
January?
That's a holiday weekend.
Martin
Yeah.
Luther King on Monday.
So that would be a 3-day weekend. People may not be around. I mean, we could have it on my birthday. It would be okay. I can celebrate my birthday as long as it's a half day.
As long as we get to eat cake.
That's right.
I'll bring the cake.
Yeah.
Did I hear someone say possibly in February? If you did, You just don't want to do it the first Saturday?
Deliberative
Because
session.
it's deliberative session.
Yeah, February, I can't.
I think doing it before deliberative session would be good. That way it kind of sets the 2026 for us.
Yeah, and the only reason why I suggested waiting is to CIP, it's the last meeting, and if you have something, I haven't gotten my book yet, so I don't know what's in there.
We're only gonna have the park improvement fund
What-
on there, so.
What if we did a regular rec board meeting, but perhaps we could do like a 5 to 8 or, host a longer meeting so that perhaps we don't have to come in on a Saturday? How would people feel about 3 hours in an evening time? I know we might have to leave work a little early. Thoughts?
I think it depends on sports schedules. I think that's, I'm just saying for mine and I.
Yeah, I mean, Saturday mornings are usually basketball anyway, but maybe
Right,
basketball's not
yeah,
started by
right.
January 10th.
So you could also just do an extra meeting. You could also do an extra meeting if that's possible for everyone's schedule. You could have a meeting if the agenda is planned out, and you can have a month where you don't have a lot of updates or you can limit your updates. You could use your regular meeting for that and even try to start an hour earlier or something. Just thoughts.
Rather than,
Now that we're extended into 2026, you want to table this and think about it, and then come back next meeting and say, all right, this is what our plan should be.
I'm open either way.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
also fine with getting a date on the calendar, because if we push it off, then we're,
Pushing it off.
I-
We can
I'm
temporarily
afraid-
hold it.
right,
Yeah,
let's
that
pencil
would-
something in instead of, putting it in March.
If I were to make a motion, because I don't know if this is a motion item or
No.
point,
No.
point of interest.
You're just picking a date for a meeting.
I like trying the 5 to 8.
Yeah, on the January 28th
Our normal scheduled meeting.
is January 28th, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and we now have all of us would have enough time to plan, and maybe we say, I know I was late today, but promptly starting at 5, and,
so I guess I would want, what do we want to bring to that discussion?
maybe we discuss
Financial
that next
sustainability.
meeting.
Right, we'll have another.
Yeah.
We can bring some materials
I would-
next time.
I would just bring up one thing I've been thinking about as funding for everything in the public sector is being slashed. And we're gonna feel that very quickly by that meeting in January. We will have already felt it. I think we should look hard at our fees across the board. I come from experience in the baseball league. We all want to keep our fees low. I think we have bargains across the board, and I think we need to not be shy about raising our costs and our fees.
For our next meeting, could you, or maybe you can answer this quickly, but is there a process of which fees are raised? Do you have a fee committee? Does it go to the select board? How are fees raised, or is it just arbitrary that you guys can decide, or do you decide every
For our
September
program,
1?
we look at the cost associated with them. So
Every-
that's how we do, like if it's a facility fee, that would be something the select board would have jurisdiction over.
Got it.
So it's a twofold.
Which is that document we already reviewed.
Yes.
Which was your facility fees and
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
schedule
but they also
fees.
set the rental rates for the town hall,
Got it.
Swayze
But
Parkway.
program fees are determined by the rec department
Cost.
based on costs of a program.
Yep.
I would just, following up on that, I would just ask, and not to put more work on your plate, but the cost of everything is going up quickly. And it's probably due to review big picture, high level fuel costs, labor costs. Insurance rates are gonna go up, health insurance for employees is gonna go up like that.
We'll know that.
Already did, baby, July 1.
And I think all those things need to be
Yeah,
factored
but
in.
for us, we don't know that number
And we're gonna get hit
until
with
end
another
of October.
1% in
But,
August.
but that will be before then. I just think it warrants discussion, because I
And
think,
potentially refund, and refund fees and timelines for that, and is there a cost of doing a refund and absorbing some of that cost?
Yeah, it's, I'm the last one to want to raise rates on senior programs or youth programs or sports programs or any of it, but we still have a lot of bargains in this town.
Yeah.
So that is one of the things that we wanted to address. David and I went to this amazing workshop and it looked at your different category buckets, like senior programming, youth programming, competitive sports, and the rate at which you subsidize some things, whether it's 100% paid by the participant or if it's 100% paid by the town, something like fireworks. So looking at the different things that we do and how we kind of create a formula for a fee structure so that it's kind of uniform across the board.
Love that.
That's the key.
Yeah, we for our senior center use a candy corn method. So you envision the 3 tiers of the candy corn, and like the bottom is free or low cost, middle is like a median thing, like maybe a trip, and then the top is like a trip to Italy or something more specialized. It's a similar formula.
But if you look at something like the prepaying for all the field trips, I think a lot of people just did that without even thinking.
Yep.
And that's kind of my mindset of, I'm not trying to make it so we don't take care of those who can't pay. We should, but by the same token, I don't think we should be shy of, there's a lot of value to those field trips and a lot of people can afford it. So.
Yeah.
And we are very generous on our programming scholarships, so we never turn anyone away, so.
Which we should never.
Yeah.
Well, I think a good discussion we have with the facilities fees is that you propose that there's a year-over-year automatic percentage increase that anticipates the cost raising that we could look at as well, so we don't have to redo the formulas from year to year. It's progressive.
Yeah, great discussion for January.
All right, so we have January 25th, our regular meeting from 5 to 8. 28th, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wrote it and said it to Pam.
So Greg, you just have to tell Pam tomorrow to make sure the room's available?
Yep.
I wish I had my iPad, I just got my iPad, the town calendar into it, but did I think to bring it? Or I would have made sure it was available.
All right, any other discussion on financial sustainability? Moving on to any new business. Does anyone have any new business to discuss?
I would love to take a second to congratulate our 10U Exeter Junior Baseball team for making it all the way to the quarterfinals of the New England Regionals in Connecticut. I don't know that we've had a team go that far, have we, Mike? That was really awesome. They went into extra innings, 9 innings.
Not the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's really, that was regionals.
No.
So really congratulations, because that was awesome. I followed them this year. It was nice to follow one of our junior teams instead of following
And the AUs won the
Invitational.
tournament up at, they beat up in Rochester.
Oh, nice, the one at Kittredge.
So
Nice.
Well,
I don't think it's Kittredge anymore.
It's not
but-
Kittredge anymore, but they beat the Rochester team up there.
Nice.
And there's some good, the baseball program is alive and well. I'm looking at the numbers of T-ball, and
That's awesome. So happy to see
I got a
that.
son that's going into the Legion baseball.
Thank
state
you for
tournament
tuning
Friday
in to
night.
That's awesome.
Their first game.
Good luck.
Yeah, they're
Baseball is alive.
tough road to hoe. They play some tough teams. We'll see what happens.
Any other new business? Any old business?
I know it was mentioned in the last meetings, maybe some continued brainstorming about ideas for fundraisers. Is that something that we should add to the next meeting? Is that something you still think is worth
I think that's a
discussing?
good discussion to have with the financial sustainability.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We will be launching that yard sale.
I got 3 great ideas ready to pop, so.
That's why you're vice chair.
Love it.
Awesome, any other old business?
For old business, I would like to officially thank Stephanie for being chair of this board for so many years. We are grateful
Absolutely.
for your efforts, and thank you on behalf of everyone here.
Great.
Nice work.
Yeah,
Fun to work with.
yeah.
As we ushered in and finally got a community center.
After that long, man.
Can't wait to see
That was
it.
a fight.
Yeah.
That was a fight. It was awesome.
A lot of good stuff. And Planet Playground looks fantastic.
So much good going on right now.
It's-
You guys should all pat yourselves on the back for sure.
And for anyone who does not watch the Exeter TV spots, they are amazing.
They are.
They really are. I watched, I see little snippets, but I watched this whole one through and I was just thinking to myself, what a great way for people who are not sort of in the know of what's going on in the town to get to know what's going on in the town. Like I learned about the Linden Bridge. I thought it was the one that was closer to me and I was like, they're doing it again. And
You weren't the only one, a few people that, they had to fix something in the.
yeah, and so it's really such a way to just know what's going on in your town. So when things come up on a warrant article, if you've been watching these, he covers all of the things. So just a plug for
Yeah, I appreciate that.
for them.
Great.
Do you watch them online? Because I don't have like cable service.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay.
YouTube. They're on YouTube.
They're on
YouTube. I
Oh,
mean, they come
YouTube.
through on my
Easier.
Insta, and then I just
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
go
they'll
and
put a
watch them.
snippet
Yep.
I should
and then
follow
it
them.
prompts
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
to be
They
like,
just want a
You can get an
national
email?
award too.
Right to, you can send for emails through Exeter TV.
Yeah, they're
I'll do that.
bi-weekly. They're
And any
Wonderful.
meetings, you can just go to the town website under meetings and agendas, and like by tomorrow, this meeting will be available. There's a video link, and you can just
I've never watched any of them.
Yeah, right on the website
meetings
too.
and agendas. It will have your agenda, the packet, which you have to start putting your packets on. Yeah, you have to start giving them when you give Pam the agenda, please. Because it's when the town's people are watching us. We're talking about maybe some documents and they can't follow along.
Yep.
So that's something that we want to try to do better on. So yeah, and then they have the video by the next day.
It's great.
And no interruption from YouTube. I'm just saying, that is a
Yeah.
plus for me.
That is nice.
I don't have a YouTube paid plan,
I don't even.
so sometimes, yeah, it will.
Yeah.
And it will play right over your car, because trust me, that's how I keep up.
Oh,
Sometimes I listen to meetings in the car. I know,
Oh.
I'm always staying up to date. I try to.
And, and to this point, I would say that the Facebook post about the spotlights of the different parks and the different team members
Yes.
has been great. I've read them all.
Yes.
And learned a lot about. Actually, when I went through the survey, and I'm like, "Where's that park?" I kind of knew a little bit more about them. So it was a really, really great idea.
It is national.
yeah,
awards and
good job,
everything.
you guys.
Nice.
I have one last comment. The fireworks this year were outstanding.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
They're so
They-
good.
some
Do
of
we
the
use
best. I've been to
different
every one
vendor
for
or same
one
people?
of these.
Same vendor.
It was really good.
Same vendor. Yeah, no, they've been great. It's a more local vendor. It's not one of the big national ones. They're American Thunder out of Massachusetts, and they've done a great job. Obviously, talking about impact of the tariffs and everything that affected the fireworks because the price went up. So we had the same. It's pretty much the same shell count as last year, but for a little bit.
Shell count.
Okay.
Such a professional.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And you only have
What was your
one
shell
problem.
I don't even
Well,
know.
yeah, we had
The person.
we had one problem. We had a resident walk through the woods with children towards the fireworks, which we've done a lot to prevent people from going there. We have a police detail officer. But now, Deputy Chief Fritz and myself have it down now of what we need to do to prevent this from happening, and getting a porta potty for the fireworks workers and the police detail officer is something we're adding next year because obviously it's a
Across the
long,
river.
it's a long
Because they
day.
have needs.
What? Yeah.
Because they have needs.
They had needs and they had to, thank heavens they just could run because the library is open on Saturday. So for a little
Oh,
bit.
that's good.
And a resident complained about trash.
Yeah. But now we have, my staff is like, my park guys is like, you need us to work? We'll work it. I'm like, sure. So we're gonna have park staff there next year, more trash barrels, and this means us filling up the dumpster in the at Court Street. So
Well, next year it'll also be the concluding event for the
250.
250.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
That's fun.
Yeah. Great.
which Caroline sits on that committee. So there's a lot of exciting things hopefully being planned.
Really loud.
Poor baby ducks.
I know, I think the same thing. Every year, I do, I cringe
The
because you
mama
can see the
eagles,
ducks.
the baby ducks. But
And
they seem to have survived
They're so
every year.
peaceful in the river and then the noise and
Only
it's.
fireworks to get rid of Canadian.
I would like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I will second that motion. All in favor? Aye. Oh, man.
Sorry.
Nice.
Whoa.
Job.
That was a good one.
Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Bi-Weekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.